everyone, how are you today? Mandy from Grammary Creative Arts. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've come back to join me, thank you so much for being here. We're here in Adelaide and it's really cold. So it's winter, I know, but Adelaide doesn't usually, it's very mild, and it actually got down to 1 degree last night, and I think it's only got to 14 degrees today, so my fingers are cold and not working. But we're going to, if you see me doing this, sorry, I'll try and do it under the table and keep warming my fingers up. So I am starting my first design team project for Tania at Tattytreasure, and we are going to be using the Foxglove Forest journal kit. And I did do a quick flip through of all of the things that are in the journal kit a few weeks ago. So, but go over to her Etsy and download it. The link will be down below the video so that you can get there. So we're going to start with the cover, and I'm using this beautiful, well, it's an old book. It's got the lovely foxgloves printed on there, and it actually, yes, you can see Foxglove Forest. So I'm going to use this. I've got all of this lace here because it just speaks to me. And we're going to start by cutting. I keep the backs of my watercolour paper card. Let me get another one. And you can see they're very thick and really, really substantial. So that's what I'm going to be using. So we're going to cut it down. Now I've got, oh, here they are. I thought I'd lost them. I'm in Australia, so of course this is A4, and let me bring that up there so you can see. So A4, which is 210 by 297 millimeters, and so in imperial that's 8 1/4 by 11 3/4 inches. And I'm going to cut that in half, which makes it A5. There are the measures, and I'm going to cut my paper, this one, and the card to the same size. So let's do that. Let's do this. So I've got my big heavy duty one out, trimmer out for this. Sorry, I just had to blow on my fingers. Oh my goodness. It's hard when you're not, when it's not the norm. And we didn't sort of had that nice gradual into winter. No, it was almost summer all the way until all of a sudden, hello, winter. It was just here. So it just arrived. So now this should be the same size because I've now cut that to A4. So I'm going to cut them both to A5, so 148. I have got my glasses on, but I'm not doing a very good job of looking at that. Oh dear, I just grabbed a pencil and a little ruler because I'm can't really see. Okay. So 148. Yeah, see, I've got that lined up there, but it doesn't look like it's right there. Is it? Oh yes, it is. Optical illusion. And there. No, it wasn't right. Slightly out. That's okay. We can make it slightly out. We'll it's not going to make that much difference in the grand scheme of things. Still needs a little bit more. Sometimes I do question my cutting. Do you get that when you do something and you think, how come that's not square? Lined it all up and there we go. Now we're the same size. Okay, and we'll just cut this in half. I'm going to fold it to make sure I get the right. Okay. This big boy out of the way. So I've been busy. I'm in the middle of moving everything out of this scrap room. It's we've got to sell but we own the house next door, and technically I'm next door, so I've got to move out of here, and it's OMG. what a nightmare. So I am going to I'm not wrapping it around or anything. So we'll have our 2 front covers. Now I think we'll just use, I'm just going to use this PVA with this is a like silicone, it's a brush, but it's really just a spreader. Oh, it's so cold it doesn't want to come out. Oh no, I put the plug in, of course. I don't know if I can get under there because my fingers are too cold. Oh, there, got it. Yay. I put the plug back in so that it wouldn't dry up in the nozzle. Oops. There we go. So, yes, so lots of fun and games trying to go through everything and get in. I think I said that I was cleaning out the lounge room inside, which has just become like a dumping ground, so it needs to be cleaned out anyway. But that's where we will be moving all our craft stuff, my daughter and I. Okay, mainly all of mine. She just has a desk with a tiny amount of stuff. I'm the one who's the craft hoarder, but then I have been crafting a lot longer than her. Oh dear. So my hubby, he resigned from work yesterday. That was a little bit distressing for him, as he can't work anymore with his cancer, and he's pushing himself, trying to do stuff instead of calling his brothers and our son to help him get next door ready to sell. Anywho, he's a tradie. Once a tradie, always a tradie. And I mean, he's been lucky. He's lived the last sort of 7 years, or no longer actually. He's had it longer. With a real tradie, Monty Python type mentality, which is just, it's just a flesh wound. So carry on. Because I want to make sure that I get all the foxgloves, so I'm lining up the bottom corner, and then we can just smooth that out. Nice. And because this card is so thick, it doesn't bow very much. And you'll be pleased to know I found in the caravan a new mat. It's not quite as big as this one, but once I'm set up inside, you'll know, because I'll have a new mat. without all of this dirt and disgusting stuff all over it. So he's got to, his cancer has not progressed, it's what are they degraded. His condition has degraded, so he now has to have fortnightly blood transfusions, so he's turning into a vampire, and but that'll keep him going for a little while. But we don't know, you know, it could be 6 months, could be 2 years, but it's good that he's finally realised that he can't keep pushing himself, because he was just making himself sick, you know, and no immune system with all COVID and the flu because it's winter, and he managed to get COVID and the flu at the same time. How lovely was that? I can tell you that wasn't very fun at all. But like I said, he's got that tradie mentality. It's just a flesh wound, and I'm sure that's how he's. A lot of other people probably would have already succumbed to their MPN before now, but he has kept on keeping on. Right. I do like these spreaders because it's nice and thin. I don't have, there's no lumps or anything underneath it. So I just think this is the outside. Nice. Smooth that out. Right. Oop. And she drops the glue. Put that little plug back in. Only because I've got to move everything, and chances are this is likely to get tipped over, and then I'll never get it open. I'll clean that off shortly. Oh, it's PVA. If I let it dry, then it'll just peel off. Okay, so this is my plan. This is not a huge long video because this now has to dry. I can cut these little bits off. Oh, no, it's a bit wet. Oh, no, it's all right. Oh, no wonder it's wibbly wobbly. My whole knife's come apart. Oh, should have waited, Mandy. Look what you've done. Well, ink will cover that up. That's okay. Same with this one, but I'll use the scissors so I don't do what I just did with the front. Tiny bit here. No, that's too, I'll have to do the knife, but when it's dry. Okay, so this is my plan, and I can only go so far today. Let's get rid of that. So my plan is to, yeah, like that. I want to use, this is from an old wedding dress left over from when I used to make wedding gowns. I am thinking, what I would like to do as I spread out is have this as, sorry, did I just get the camera then? I felt like I did. This as my spine, and also like this will be on here like that, and then we've got all these That's too big. That's too plain. Got a couple of littlies here, which I can just sort of, you know, wrap around. And this one, where's the end? There was one end of this that's not, oh, there it is. Just have a bit of this either at the, sort of like this, across the front. So I'll actually be making a cover and sewing everything into this, and then I will be sticking these on top. And that's really annoyed me there. I might trim that down a bit and make it a bit smaller. So that is the plan of attack. So I'm just going to trim this because that's not good. Should have left it to dry, but it won't affect the end product. So let's see. Let's make ourselves a new size. So I make it maybe a 14. No, that's too narrow. 14 and a half. 14 and a half, which is, what's that? 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's sort of halfway between 5 and 6/8. Don't know. And that means I have to make this one the same, and I want to trim this inch. 14 and a half. Check, make sure they're the same. Yes, they are. Do I want to take a little bit just off the bottom there? What will that make it? So it's 8 1/4. It's not really 8 1/4. Okay. So I'm going to make it 8 1/8, which is 20.7. It just evens that little bit off. 8 1/8. That's too much there. I'm going to take a little bit off the top and the bottom of this one. A bit more even. 8 1/8. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's my plan. I'm just going to go and get my corner chomper. It's still out here, luckily. So, because this card is so thick, my normal corner rounder won't do the trick. So, this is the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper. And I think, oops, got stuff in there. I think we'll just do 1/4. Yep, perfect. And I'm going to do all 4. 4. They're all coming out. I thought it was supposed to go in here, but no, they just come out. It's so cold I can feel that that's wet. It's I can feel the feel it. It's so very yeah, it's just got that wet feel. Right, so let's get our vintage photo. And hopefully when I'm doing all of this, I'll find my new foam. I've got a packet of them somewhere safe. somewhere it's so safe, I don't know where they are. Oh, that one hasn't quite done it. I must have gone a bit off there. There it is. That's better. That'd be better. Now I'm going to use the straight ink pad and I'm going to do the sides of the card. Although, I mean, it's a very similar colour to the book, but it's not what I want. There we go, and then just any excess will come off onto my foam dauber. Liking that. I'll put a little bit in there just to bring some of that same colour, the vintage photo colour through there. Nice. Right. So I worked someone was sick, and so I ended up working 4 days in a row at work. Oh my gosh, my back, my feet, my calves. I said to my husband, no, not doing that again. Not 4 days in a row, that's for sure. It's my knees, and I've got an ankle that's, oh, it's no good from an injury years ago, and it was supposedly fixed, and but it's never been right again, still, I should say. So I need to get new work shoes as well. I think that was a bit of the problem. You wouldn't believe it, the major shopping centre near me, there's 2 sports shops and 3 or 4 shoe shops, and none of them have what I would call, or what nurses would call, duty shoes, you know, so that they can wear them, you know, on their long shifts. And I said, you know, do you not think that nurses live around West Lakes or something? And it's just like totally weird. Oh, look at that. This one has wrinkled. Why is that? I've got a brayer here. I do. I spread them out the same, so it shouldn't have wrinkled at all. This one hasn't wrinkled at all. It's all right, we'll just give it a good smoother outer. I think it's the weather. I suppose I probably could put the heater on, but right. Nope. Totally. I'm going to have to print that again, I think. Anywho, let's move along. The back's okay, so I'm going to use my, where are you? Yeah, the Distress Glaze. And if you haven't done this before, it's a really cool way to protect, like that was just normal, what do you call it, 80 GSM paper. And you can make this yourself. I found it on YouTube and bought the ingredients, just Vaseline and what is it called? Isopro alcohol, and it's a lot cheaper than this. Was something like $20 for this. Didn't even cost me $20 for the big jar of Vaseline and the alcohol, the cleaning alcohol. And I'll make about, this is the original stuff, but when this is finished I'll make my own, and I'll end up making about 5 or 6 times the amount for the same price. Now what I do is let that soak in, and tomorrow, just get the edges, tomorrow I will buff it off just with a soft cloth. I usually just use a microfiber cloth, that works. Quite well. And I've done books like this, and the covers, they haven't dog-eared or anything, and it's it just really protects it. And we'll see what happens if I do this. Might be all right. I kind of like it. It feels nice. Okay. And I can, if I go like this, I can see where I have and haven't put it. A little bit goes a long way. I probably use too much, but that's okay. Get that all smooshed in to the edges. Oops, that's too much. To wash my hands. Once I go inside, I guess I'll be near the bathroom so I can wash my hands and things. Except I can see that I've missed a whole bit there. Here we go. Right, now let's get some of this lace sorted, and then in the next video we will put some signatures and then we'll decorate. So I'm going to do this over 4 videos, like 1 a week. And I'll be able to show you the other kits for August and September later. Right, oh, that was where I got this from an op shop, and it actually, they tied on. Oh, can I get it off without? Tied on the price tag. Oh, got it. Without ruining the crochet. Pretty. So we decided they're too big. Right, let's get this one and put those up here to dry. Just let it soak in. I might actually have to take them inside so that they'll be with the like they'll be in the heating when the heater will come on. Right, now this is all marked and stuff because who knows where it's been. Oh gosh, I've probably had it for over 30 years, maybe almost. Right, now this is this end's cut. Let's go this way. because I want this edge at the bottom. Or do I want it at the side and put the lace at the bottom? No, I don't, I think. Right, so I need to straighten that up. It's all been stored weirdly, so now these will be, my pages will be roughly like this. So let's just straighten that. Right. And I want, how wide do we want this? What sort of spine are we looking at? Nice big spine. So if we have that, plus I have about that much. See, this is how you don't have to measure all the time. It's okay not to measure. So if I wanted one that's about 5 centimeters, which I think is I'll tell you, 5 centimeters is 2 inches. That's probably a bit too big of a spine, but I'm going to cut that because I can always trim it down after. Yes, indeedy. So better to have too much and not enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about there. Okay. And because I trim my little covers down, that means this will actually stick out a little bit. And we want that sticking out at the bottom anyway. And so we need that about here. I should have turned this around, but it's all over the place. I can always trim it further. These aren't the best scissors to be using either. This would be a lot easier, maybe. This will be easier now to work out what we're doing. I'll just fold up my scrap. Might have to spray this with water and let it sit flat. So let me, once again, I'll just show you what I'm going to be doing. That will be the back. This will be the front. With a nice big spine there. This will be sitting out at the bottom. I think I might, do I want this one or the little, where's the little one gone? Oh, there it is. No, it's two the same colour, isn't it? This one is not the same, so that might be nicer in the middle. Where's the middle? There. Kind of too big, isn't it? We're not seeing any of that lace. Oh, and we did want some of this along the bottom as well. Kind of this is pre-gathered, but this end has come undone, which is okay. I don't want it gathered anywhere. I want that to sit on above the bottom edge there. So let's trim that off. I'm not going to be able to put this together because I have to make my signatures to go in the book. But I just wanted you to see what I'm doing, and if you wanted to follow along, then you know you can grab all your pieces together, and then in the next video you'll see how we get the signatures in. I'm just taking that last bit of gathering off. There we go. Right. And I might just run a zigzag or something along there. Let me have a look what I've got in my little offcut. Oh, this is nice. Oh, maybe that might be nicer. Oh, let's have a look. No, actually I like this one. So that's going to go there. So I'm definitely going to have to spritz that and dry it out flat like that. And then we'll need a bit also poking out at the top. Oh, look at these. Oh, maybe that'd be cute in the middle. Maybe. I'll leave it out on my desk. I never know. I do need a little bit to poke out the top. I need a finer one. That's not long enough. That's not long enough either. Come on. Surely I've got something here. Well, no, because this is my leftovers, bits and pieces. Oh, here we go. What about something just like that? That just pokes out the top of the book. So that will be up there. That'll be up there. This kind, I do need one that's sort of more, don't you reckon? I do. So that could work. And I'm going to have to go, oh, I took all of my boxes of lace have already gone inside. Oh, here we go. Here's a piece of... So you just have to keep auditioning until, when you're doing stuff like this, until you find something you go, oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. So something like that. That's cute. Just because this is like quite big, so it doesn't need to be super big. And then I could just put this at the top so that it pokes out. And then maybe we can just use, I think I've got a half a, here we go. That's not doing it for me. Nope, nope, nope. I thought I may have had some little other doilies, but I don't. Oh, I've just got this little piece which would be off there. Maybe I could just... I just feel like it needs more than just that in there. Maybe it will have the fabric behind it, and that will be enough. So I have 3 of those. No. I think we're going to have it like that. And this is going to, I'm going to have fabric behind it. Probably just, no, we could have something pretty cute. Maybe just white in the spine. Anyway, so like I said, I can't do much until I've actually made my signatures, which will be in the next video. So this is how the spine, this is how the cover is going to come together. So you can see that that will be like, oh, can we pick it up? It'll be like that with these bits poking out here. Okay, so when we come back next time, I'm going to have sewn, I'm going to have flattened this. I should have done that. Well, that's what happens when you just poke stuff out and start going with the flow. I would have flattened this and I would have sewn these together to one piece, and I'll find some fabric to put behind and we will start the signatures. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I can keep on bringing more crafty goodness. Thank you to Tania at tattytreasure for letting me be on her design team, and we are going to make this one together. So you remember to go over to Tattytreasure shop on Etsy, and this is the Foxglove Forest journal kit. Don't know what I had in my mouth then. Maybe foxgloves. And we will have a bit more of a play. I might even, I'm going to tell you this now so that when I come back, I might even layer some odd bits like this. And so it'll be almost like a bit of a slow stitched, put together thing. If that makes sense. See, like that might be cute up there. Yes. And then you can put that underneath it. See? Just play. Put the lace up the right way though, that'd be nice. This is what, when you've just got all these little leftover bits, you can just keep on collaging the lace. So you have a wonderful day. Keep warm if you're down under, keep cool if you're up the other end of the world, and I shall see you next time. Take care. Toodles.